Aquarius, welcome to your 5-card movie star spread. If you want to check the description box below, it'll give you information on the placement of the cards in the spread and the deck being used. So, Aquarius, you're feeling like the truth needs to be said. There is either a person or persons that are not being fair and equal, and you feel like you are the one to point that out. But this card in the inverse, see in the upright, this is about, yeah, okay, go ahead, point that out because you're doing it for all the right reasons. In the inverse, it's kind of like if you're going to call these people out, make sure you are tactful in doing so, okay? Make sure you watch how you do it. Don't just go out there and start pointing fingers and placing blame, because if you don't do it with the right amount of tact, nobody will want to listen, okay? You'll come off as rude or controlling or domineering. You know, if you don't word it the right way, people will not listen. You're evaluating a situation, and you are rejecting the idealism that's going with this. There is a certain amount of energy that is pushing forward, and you feel like eventually it will have you stuck if you allow this to come at you. So this person or this group of people who you feel like you need to speak your mind in front of, it kind of feels like they are now the driving force behind this and you are not. And it's leaving you drained. It's leaving you exhausted. You feel like they are all moving in this direction and you are the one person moving in that direction. And your very first instinct in the process is to tell everybody that they're doing it wrong. Okay? Now, whether or not they are or aren't will depend on each individual situation, and this is a general read. But it just kind of feels like you're going against the crowd or against a very heavy energy because you are standing your ground. Yeah, and here you are in your energy. This is a familiar feeling to you. You're used to defending yourself, okay? But the truth of the matter is, the reason you got to where you're going is you were kind of in the driving force of this situation at one point, but the responsibility of it became a little bit overwhelming. And the communication of how to allocate resources. Allocate resources. I've been talking all day. It wasn't there the way that it needed to be in order for you to get your idea across. It's kind of like you knew exactly where you needed to go and you explained it to everybody and they were like, okay, but then when you put it into play, it didn't turn out. And you're like, no, this isn't the way it was supposed to go. And everybody's like, yeah, but this is the direction we're going in, so we're just going to keep moving in that direction. And you were like, but wait, we were supposed to make a change. And they were like, well, it's just easier to keep moving in this direction. The project's already going. Yeah. There's a lot of conflict coming up regarding this particular situation. And you feel like you're not in the driver's seat anymore. It almost feels like you started this project and everybody else took it over. Or you started this idea and then the other person went with it, but they didn't really understand what you were trying to communicate. So it feels like there may have been a miscommunication if you retrace your steps, but right now you feel like it's just that other person's fault. I would say take a little bit of time and see where the communication fell out. And don't necessarily address the person or the entity or the group that isn't working with you. Go ahead and address the communication error. Because if you come off as, no, this is the way I want things, they're going to say, well, you're not the boss of me. You're not in control of me. Who says this is all about you? But if you address the communication error, you might be able to bring yourself back to where things went wrong and get everything moving in a better direction as it is. Aqua, this is a really tough energy to be in. So I hope you found a message that serves your highest good, and I really wish you a lot of luck with this. Again, I would focus very much on the communication error, not the outcome that you desire. Okay? I will see you guys next time.